And that was Take a Walk in My Shoes by Kewen, and we are very delighted to say that Callum is in the studio now. Are you alright, mate?
Yeah, I'm great. It's a lovely day, the sun's shining.
It is indeed, a lovely day. And we're stuck in here.
Yeah, I know, with some fans.
We've got the fans there.
Yeah,
We've got the fans.
I was worried when I came in because of how walking around with a massive guitar case around town. It's tiring.
Yeah, it gets nice and warm in here, but we do have the two fans. We do pose for selfies with the fans sometimes.
I'll have to do that at the end. Yeah.
We do. So start off, how long have you been performing? First thing we always ask.
Performing, in terms of singing and playing original and covers and all that sort of stuff, a couple of years now. Just over, probably it was the beginning of summer 2017 I started. I've been in bands and I've done performances in the past with when it comes to school projects or I was in a little rock band once, so I have played I used to do a lot of lead guitar stuff, but yeah, I am doing my original stuff and all that since a couple of years now.
So brilliant.
Yeah.
So what would you say the biggest crowd you've ever played to?
Funny you should ask that question. Was just Saturday gone. I got a chance to play Northumberland Live Festival down at the beach. Blythe had a big thing on. So I think 4th or 5th year they've done it now. Pigeon Detectives were on.
Oh wow!
That was the so I can sort of say I've supported the Pigeon Detectives now, which is pretty cool. I got to meet Matt, the lead singer, which was great. But I won this local competition, and a give were me and Sophie G, who I know you've played recently. We got a slot on the stage, only with the one song, but we managed to get a one slot just early on, and it was great. I mean, it was a bit more quiet than it was later on, of course, but there was still a lot of people there, and it was just overwhelmed with how tall the stage was, and just looking out at the beach was lovely in the sea. And then the day after, I was at Cullercoats doing a little festival. They have on the main street along the coast. They have every 2 years they do this, called Music by the Bay, and they have a stage outside a house, and you can look out to the sea as well. And so I played by the sea both days last weekend. I was loving it.
Nice weather as well, wasn't it?
Lovely weather, cloud over a bit, but it still stayed nice. So yeah.
Nice outdoor gigs. You can't beat outdoor gigs. I love outdoor gigs myself.
When it's nice, when the weather
nice.
Yeah.
When it's nice. So should we play it? We'll play another one of your songs. We've got This April Day.
Yeah.
Tell us what that one's about.
Yeah, This April Day was on my first EP. It's about my grandma who passed away. It'll have been coming up 4 years ago, or was around 4 years ago. But I stuck that one on the first project as a tribute to her. Passed away in April, so thought that was a really fitting scene. And yeah, it's a lovely song. I never get tired of hearing it. I normally only play it in April, but obviously feel free to play it. Yeah.
Okay then, we'll have more from Kewen a little later on, and we'll play This April Day. This April Day, and Callum is still in the studio with us. He'll be playing a live song in a bit, but we'll just chat about other things now. About how often do you perform in public and stuff?
How often? It varies. I have been doing a lot of other gigs recently, a lot more frequently. I do have one coming up tomorrow. I'm actually busking through the day in Morpeth Arcade there, so that's between 1 and 3. I used to do that a few times, but haven't done it for a little while now. But it's nice that the Astor's back. And then on the evening, I'm in Stockton, so quite far away one. It's like a showcase thing for vinyl.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Vinyl, they're like a showcase. I think they're for independent.
It's making a comeback now. Vinyl, isn't it? Used to be everything when I were a lad.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, they're doing a little showcase with a band called Dark Passenger and Abel Raised the Cane. And I'm opening the night, so
oh, brilliant!
That'll be quite nice. But yeah, no, the last few weeks has been just hectic, mad, gigs all over, and I'm a little bit quiet going into July, but I've got a couple coming up throughout. So yeah, no, it'll be good.
Your gigs around the local pub scene as well.
Pubs, clubs. It's been more pubs and obviously the odd festival stuff recently with having summer around, and I haven't been doing as many venue stuff recently. It's because it's sort of turned into my living, and trying to earn some money from it. With I've been on here before and said that I also teach guitar and do discos as a living.
Man of many talents.
Yeah, as I get told. So I try and obviously go for the paid work normally. I do obviously take on the odd thing for exposure, but it is something that, as I had mentioned here before, went on the little band, little secret that's not a secret band I'm getting together, which may or may not be happening at some point at the end of this year. Obviously, that's for exposure. We might need to take some more, especially to push my original music out there, get some more venue type of gigs and try and get some support slots that, even if they're not paid,
of course,
for exposure reasons, if we want to push the original stuff. So if we're getting gigs frequently, and I can drop down the discos and the lessons by some, I do enjoy teaching, but to be able to put one night a week away for rehearsing and one night a week away maybe for a weekday gig, and obviously the more money you earn from it, that's your long goal, isn't it, for that to become the reality, to be able to make a decent living from purely
music,
band,
of course,
and making your music. So
would you ever do like buskers nights? Do you ever host them, or have you hosted them?
I've never hosted them. I used to go to them fairly frequently, and every now and then I do go to one. With teaching on an evening, I find it really hard to find the time to get to them. I wish I could go to more, purely to meet people, and I've met some great people and people I already know, and it's always a right laugh. Buskers nights, so the Surf Cafe one in Tynemouth. The used to go to the Red Lion in Ersden quite a bit. Just look, I do love a good buskers night. It's just getting the time.
I got some in the local pub. We have a bus. I mean, I can't sing personally. Save my life. I go and watch.
But
there is some real good talent. And you're like they're really good. They should be.
And sometimes you find some great stuff, and then there's people that are too shy to not do anything with it, and it's like you should really be doing something, but obviously it's not what they want to do. But then you get some awful stuff in the charts.
Honestly, I always say, I tell anyone who listen, I tell them about the local music and stuff. A load of it's far better than the commercial stuff. It might be.
I mean, especially now, as you look back, we were saying, like, I could talk for years about music, but as you look back, there's some great stuff. I wish I was in a different era, to be honest. But the good thing about being here now is you can look back on so much great stuff, and obviously there are a lot of good stuff still around today. You just need to know where to look. Lots of smaller stuff, and I do still appreciate the talents of Ed Sheeran and George Ezra.
Of course,
talented songwriters that you do get in the charts. One of my favourite bands is Coldplay.
I love
Coldplay. I've seen them a couple of times, so there is some really good stuff when
there really is.
Your taste.
There really is, definitely. I always say, like, when people like independent people and going on, I always say that when they're playing the songs, it's there. If it's to everyone's taste or not, but everyone appreciates the effort that they put in and what they do and stuff. And it's
it's such a great feeling. That's all I would want from my music, is for people to appreciate them.
Of course,
the songs. And when you start getting, obviously, my family and girlfriend and my friends who come to my gigs know the words, which is great. Enough anyway. When you start getting the odd other person that they drag along and they've seen a couple of times and then start singing along, and you start noticing this after a couple of years, it's like really starts making you think, like, this is why I'm doing this, and this is like, I want people to appreciate my music and get the feeling I get from writing it, and that's all I want, whatever level it would get to,
Like someone singing, the crowd singing your song back to you, like,
And I've had a couple of gigs that I put on to try and launch. I did an anniversary show at the Head of Steam, and there's some videos online of it, and some videos coming soon of the one I did a couple of months ago to promote my new EP, my second EP, A Little Bit of Magic, and it was great to have those two of the best gigs in my mind for people doing that, because everyone was there for me, and I could let them sing some of the lines, which was
great though.
That feeling is amazing, so that's why I do it,
Of course it is. Brilliant. So what do you practice when you're doing your songs? Lyrics, medleys? Do you just write as it comes?
I mean, you go as a writer. I hear about different, how I write 5 songs a day and full songs, or I write, 1 song a week at least, and I'm like, sometimes I don't write for weeks. And when I do write, I pick up a verse and a chorus, and then I'm done. Like, I never get anything more out. sometimes it's great, and then you can come back to it. You can think, if that one's got a good idea, then I'll expand on it more. If that, I wrote one last week actually for the first time in quite a while, with bringing the EP out and stuff. I just hadn't been writing much. And again, it was more, I think a lot of the modern country I've been listening to was sort of inspired it a lot. There's a lot of country influence in my music anyway, but it just really, made us want to. I've got lots to write about at the minute with life experience, but it's just putting that all into words now and find the time to write as well. That's one big thing at the minute. But
I like a bit of country. I was brought up on it. Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton. I was brought up on that kind of stuff.
I love it all. I sat last night and watched Waylon Jennings live. I love it. Modern, old. I know a lot of people don't like the newer country stuff, but I like it all, and I just love the whole, like, everyone in country music. They're all like a family. They all know each other and do duets with each other. And
all the modern like my mum and dad are Irish, and they watch all the Irish country, and everyone seems to be singing with each other. They all like.
You can guarantee if a band does or an artist in country does a duet, they'll more than not, when they perform it live, bring the feature artist on for that. Like, a lot of the time now you don't get that because of artists, but we're going to see Brad Paisley in October. I don't know if you know, he's a famous country guitarist, and he's done a duet with Carrie Underwood, and
that's all right.
I mean, hopefully he comes on with that, but you just don't know it. But that's the type of thing that does happen, especially in the States, obviously. But they won't fly over here and do it together, maybe. But yeah.
I've got a great one now. I always ask everyone if you were doing a like your own headline gig at the Newcastle Arena. Say who would you like to open up for you? If you could have anyone in the world.
Yeah, I've been asked this before, and anyone in the world. I mean, I mean, how big would I be? Obviously, it would be great to have some of my favourite artists open up. I mean, it would be a dream come true to open up for them, never mind for them to open up for me. But the likes of one of my favourite artists is Bruce Springsteen.
The boss.
Yeah, I love him. He's inspiration. Just dropped a new album actually, the solo one. If you get a chance to check it out, but that would probably be my easy answer. I think I got asked that last time, and it was local acts. What local acts would you have support? I know Deep Sleep get a lot of buzz, and I'm good friends with Snazzy. Do you know Snazzy?
I've heard.
Yeah, you've heard of him. He's like a celebrity around Newcastle. So that was my answer last time, I think, because it was purely local artists. But if you're talking about like upcoming acts and things, I don't know. When your mind just blanks.
Lewis Capaldi seems to be
he seems to be just blowing up out of nowhere. You thought Ed Sheeran came out of nowhere, but this guy's just totally like.
He's quite funny as well. I follow him on Twitter.
I think that's helped him a lot.
He's quite the character, isn't he?
I've got a couple of friends who are obsessed with him. My girlfriend quite likes him, and they're always talking about him. And I listen to his album. It's good. Lots of sad, slow songs, but I think that's the idea. But he's good. Doesn't look like he should sound. He doesn't.
He doesn't know. He doesn't, does he?
Yeah,
he doesn't. Does he?
Some I didn't thought that about George Ezra with his really like deep voice, but it's funny the look. Which proves it's not all about image, isn't it?
No, not at all. It's about always about the music for me. Nobody really. Well, I thought many people don't really care what people look like. It's the music's good.
Exactly,
the music's good.
Yeah. I think a lot of stars. I think it's becoming less of a thing now since Ed Sheeran came with the whole ginger glasses look, and now it's sort of become which is where it should be. There should be.
It used to be image conscious, and people used to be like that, didn't they?
I think 10-20 years ago, you were talking. When I was growing up, you seen like all these glamour stars. It was all about the look. I think, and it still obviously holds up in some areas of the industry. I think, but the likes of Katy Perry and I know they're still huge now. Taylor Swift, but I think. Especially for women, it's very much a look thing. But even the likes of that, like you've seen singers like that on, it doesn't matter about what quirkiness. I mean, Lady Gaga being called 1,000 times, is she a man? Is she not? And that's been a thing. I know Adele's been criticised in the past for things. And
she's got some voice on her, Adele.
But yeah, exactly. They're just so talented, and Lady Gaga is a fantastic songwriter. You know, she's got some really good stuff.
Cheers, there is some real good talent out there. But there you go. Would you like any of them to support you? Would you like to open up for any of them who would be privileged, like Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah, I think. I mean, yeah, I would. I said Bruce Springsteen before, but that sort of just doesn't feel like real to say. Bruce Springsteen would be supporting me. It would be more like. I mean, it wouldn't be real for me to support him. It's still, but it would be more realistic, maybe, in a world. To say, well, you know, I would refuse to let him support me. I would probably support him because of how much respect, you know, I had. So yeah, it would probably be a case of I would open up for him, and if anything, would love to maybe like join him on stage for one of his, you know, songs to play with the Eastry Band. That's probably what I would opt for, and then I can enjoy the show and then not worry about it.
We had a similar one back in Manchester, my hometown, last week at Heaton Park. It's like a massive concert venue, and it had the Cortinas. Were headline acts supported by James, and to many Mancunians, well, it should be the other way round.
Yeah.
he was saying, but there is what it is, though, isn't it?
It's funny because you do get these modern. Yeah, I think a lot of the older bands and all that acts get sort of a reduced following sometimes, and a bit more of a cult following rather than continue their success, even if their music or their talent doesn't differ in it. They've just sort of fell off the popularity ladder, and me and a few friends and stuff, we're all big on my pop punk, and I like that type of thing as well, you know, like, I mean, it was a Blink 182, and
Blink 182,
it was all around when I was growing up, so, you know, I am quite fond of that as well, and I like my punk music, and I was at a festival recently, Slam Dunk, which is a pop punk festival down Leeds, and they had newer pop punk bands on later than ones like Newfound Glory and Simple Plan. They were playing earlier on, and they had bands like Neck Deep and All Time Low, which are newer pop punk bands, on later on, and headline, and even All Time Low headline. So it just shows, some bands just sort of, you know, just take over.
That's it,
so.
Exactly. So we'll give it a little breather. We'll play another one. I've got The Only Thing I Know queued up next.
Yeah.
Next for you.
It's a good song.
Right. Here we go. Enjoy. And that was The Only Thing I Know, and we're going to have a live song from Callum very, very shortly, but in the meantime, get in touch, studio@novaradio.co.uk, send us an email, and Callum, if you go on the Kewen Music Facebook page, he's got his live stream going on as well, so contact him there as well. We've got a live song coming up very, very soon, but I'll play you one from Kewen now. This is Distant Climb. And that was Kewen's Distant Climb. And right now then, here on Nova Radio Northeast 102.5 FM, you can listen to a live version of Over the Hill by Callum Kewen. So enjoy.
Then he's gone. Asking why is it you that pays for it? Asking why you're alone. Well, you gotta look up
And that was a live performance of Kewen and Over the Hill here on Nova Radio Northeast 102.5 and across all your smart devices and online as well. So loads of ways that you can listen to us today. And we've only got about 10 minutes left of today's show. You've got a fan, my Mrs. Shelley's has message.
Oh, great.
Kewen sounds good.
Thank you.
You've got a new fan.
Brilliant.
There we go. So have you got any the upcoming gigs in the next coming weeks?
Yeah. Well, I'll explain about my ones on tomorrow. Busking and Morpeth through the day. Final showcase tomorrow evening at the Edge Bar, I think, in Stockton, which is Middlesbrough, really, isn't it? So none for a couple of weeks after that. I'm in Jarrow, I think, doing a little festival that a pub's putting on, the Lord Nelson in Jarrow, sometime in July. I think I'm yet to announce some of these, so this is sort of exclusive, but that's fine. I can the sooner the better. And I think I'm in Berwick the last Saturday in July. But yeah, it's getting a little bit, not as much. It's been quite busy month this month. Not as much going on next month. So yeah.
Nice one.
Things.
Maybe on tour around the country then.
Hopefully by this time next year I'll be a star. We'll see what happens.
So what do you want out of it? Like to get famous, or just to have people appreciate your music, sing your songs?
Like I said, people appreciate my music. To make a living out of it, at a decent level. No, not struggle, but like have a be able to make it in touring would be nice, and and as everyone says, money and fame would be nice, but obviously can be damaging at the same cost. So we'll just see what happens, and obviously push whatever plans I've got and stuff, and see. As long as people are appreciating it, now I want to just build up a little following, and if that's all it ever is, then I'm fine with that. You get some great opportunities. I've had some great opportunities already, and yeah, so they'll just keep coming. So
of course you got to be there. I suppose the opportunities could just turn up.
Yeah.
You
just
be
never know what's going to happen. So.
So we're just going to wrap up. I've got another song to play as well. At the end.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the internet? I ask everybody this as a tool for promoting yourself. Good thing or bad thing? Both.
Fantastic. I think I do. I do a lot of my my promoting online. A lot of my gig announcing. A lot of my trying to get my exposure out there because I've been so busy through the week and not being able to make open mic nights, not being able to physically get around people. I try in person. I think always in person is the best thing. After a gig, I try and give my cards out. I do try and be more in person as best I can when I'm performing. I'll try and say Kewen Music, find us online and all that. But yeah, I do think the internet's a great tool. As much as it's ironically stopped people from coming out and seeing these things, it's also a great tool to be able to promote and get your name out there. At least in the northeast, it definitely seems to be working for me. So,
definitely.
A lot of people say now, I've heard of you, or I know of you in this scene, which is great. So
it's got to be nice. I've heard of you.
Yeah, it's great. Like I was doing, I was playing like through the week gig this week at a bar in North Shields called Scott and Wilson. They're quite new, and he was saying, "Oh, my mate seen you a couple of weeks ago in Sunderland," and I didn't know anybody at that gig, so I was like, "Oh, that's great." So it's mad, word does get around. But yeah.
So you got your new EP.
New EP is called Little Bit of Magic. It's on all our online stores, Spotify, iTunes. It's on YouTube. If you want free listen. But yeah, it's available to buy. I do have CDs as well, so if anyone wants to inquire, it's normally just in person at a gig. Hopefully get an online store eventually, but yeah, it's the plans. But at the minute, just in person. Still got some old EPs left as well, so I'm trying to flog and get rid of. So yeah, I do competitions for them sometimes and that, which is quite nice. Yeah, so it's available online. Quite proud of that one as well.
Should have that at your gigs, your own merch stall and stuff.
Yeah, sometimes I do set a little table up with CDs on, which is quite funny. Feel more established when it's like that, which is good.
It's great when you can do it though. But then, so where are you? What are your social media links? How can people get in touch?
Yeah, it's just Kewen. I think a couple of them are Kewen Music. I think maybe my Instagram and Twitter might be Kewen Music. But I'm on Facebook, Twitter. Obviously the music ones like Spotify, YouTube, Instagram. That's all. Just Kewen or Kewen Music. Kewen, and yeah. Just all on there. I try and post daily or most days on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, but on YouTube it's sort of the professional quality. It's the professionally shot videos and the songs that go on there. And this interview will go on there because I think you can get them online quite easily.
Yeah, so. You can get it on Listen Again as well.
Yeah.
Send you the
that'd be great. So that'll come on in a couple of weeks, I'm assuming, and then so just stay tuned because I might be getting a Snapchat as well, like a personal Kewen Snapchat or something like that, so I can just vlog a little bit more and make it a bit more interactive.
I try and use Snapchat myself, but like either I'm old or anything. Yeah. I can't figure it out. Me.
Yeah. I'm always on with my friends, so if I made like a personal one, a professional one rather than a personal one, that'd be good.
Great. Do you interact a lot with your fans and?
Yeah, I try to. I always obviously understand. Some people who are so busy give up nights to come along to a gig sometimes, and obviously it's quite. It means a lot, even at this stage, for people to come along and fork out whatever for a CD, and the odd time I get around them, I just saying, "Oh, can I buy a CD?" It's like it's a really good feeling, and even when people are there on a night out but they decide to stay to watch the end of my set, is really have obviously changed their plans or whatever, which always means a lot as well. So
do you think a CD is a bit more personal as well, like when you've got like instead of like you can stream it, you get an MP3, but a CD you've actually got a physical
that's what I always think about CDs. I still buy CDs, I still have a collection, I still have vinyl because it's a great format for listening, but like there's nothing. You can have it all there because I pay for Spotify Premium, and it's great because everything's on it, most things, and everything's on one database. But it still doesn't feel like yours. It's great for instant access on things, but for the playlist and the listening I do. But to have a physical CD of something, it really has. I've got couple of singers I've met before signed, so I want to get those framed, and it's just an actual thing, and it takes away. Album covers and artwork and design of all the CD and stuff. When streaming's involved, it takes all that away, doesn't it?
So it's more like personal.
Yeah, and better quality overall as well. So that's what you want, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Well, thank you very much for your time today, and much appreciated.
Thanks for having us.
We'll hope you come back again in the future.
Yeah, I'm happy to.
Come and see us, and we'll get your gigs. Check out Kewen Music on the Facebook. And there for the gigs and stuff, I'll go along to a gig myself as well. You play in my local area pubs sometimes, so I shall tag along one night.
That'd be great if you could.
And we'll finish off. The open mic slots are coming up at 4:00 after the news, but we'll leave you with the last song from Kewen today. This is called My Chance.